Hey y'all, this is Cynthia from Bitcoin Mafia. If you've been hanging out in the troll box on Poloniex this week, you might have heard that I learned a very expensive lesson. I've been making backups of my wallet data files just like everyone tells us to do, but the other day I got a virus on my computer, and during the process of cleaning it I had to do a system restore, and all of my wallet data files, actually the entire contents of my app data folder, got wiped along with my backups. It was a mess. I lost my bitcoins, I lost my altcoins, nothing I could do would recover them. Needless to say, I've learned from my mistake, and I'm keeping all my backups on an external flash drive now. But as an extra level of protection, because I've gotten paranoid, I'm password protecting them, and that's what this video is going to do. It's going to show you a very easy way to password protect your wallet backups. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull up the contents of my flash drive, and you'll see I already have a wallet backup in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder that's going to hold all the backups that I want to password protect. So you right click, select new and folder, and you can call it whatever you want, but for shits and giggles I'm going to call it wallets. And capitalization counts in this process, so make sure to keep that in mind. Let's see. So once we do that, now it's a good idea while you're testing this out to make sure it works, to kind of work with a backup of your backup just in case. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to copy my backup and drop it into my wallets folder. There we go. So now we have the folder that's going to hold all of our to-be protected files. So the next thing we need to do is hide them. To do that, we need to open up a command prompt window. Now, if you're on a Mac or some other operating system, I don't know those operating systems, so you're kind of out of luck with this video. But Windows users, this is for you. First thing you need to do is navigate to your portable device's location. In my case, it's my E drive. So you type in E:, and hit enter. And then you're going to type in attrib, A-T-T-R-I-B, for attributes, then space, and then you're going to type your folder name, the folder that you just created. Wallets, remember capitalization and spelling count here, people. And then space, and then a plus sign, and a lowercase s as in Sam, that makes it a system folder. And then space, and a plus sign, and a lowercase h. And that hides the folder, so that when you hit enter and you go back, the wallets folder has disappeared. Okay, so now the next trick is how do we access it? What we're going to do is create a simple batch file that when you run it is going to prompt you for a password, and if you enter the correct password it'll show you the contents of that wallets folder and everything will be good with the world. So you're going to pull up Notepad. Now I've already pre-written the code that we're going to use, and I've included it below the video, so all you need to do is cut and paste it. So we're just going to highlight all this crap over here on the right hand side, Control C to copy, come over here to Notepad, and Control V to dump it right in there. And now we need to make two minor changes. If you look at the second line of code, it says set pass equal password. Okay, so we're going to change password to whatever you want it to be. Now for the purpose of this video, I'm just changing it to 123. I expect you guys to use something a little better, but whatever it is, just make sure you can remember it. And then we come down to the last line of code where it says start test, and we're going to change test to the name of the folder that you created. In my case it's wallets. And then we're going to save it as a batch file. And to do that you click on File, Save As. Make sure you're in your portable device drive. And come down here and select all files. Now I'm going to call mine Enter. You can call it whatever you want. Enter, and then just give it the batch file extension, which is .bat, and hit Enter. So when we go back to my flash drive folder, there's my batch file. Now let's go ahead and test it. And first I'm going to test it with the wrong password. So I'm going to enter an incorrect password. And there you see wrong password. Press any key to continue, which is going to close out the command prompt window. So let's run it again. And this time I'm going to enter the correct password. And you'll see it kicked me right into the contents of my wallets folder. And there's my wallet backup. So now that's all well and good, but the problem with a batch file is if you right click on it and select Edit, anyone can view that code, and they'll find out your password, and they'll find out the folder name, and then they'll be able to access it. So what we're going to do is we're going to convert the batch file to an executable, to an application, which will be considerably more difficult for someone to open up and find out what the password and what the folder name is. Now to do that, you need a converter utility. There's a freebie utility called BAT to EXE converter, and I've included that link below this video. Now the trick is, though, when you go to the download page, you see that download button? Don't click it. That's not the actual zip file itself. That is a download manager thing that installs a bunch of crap on your system that you don't need. Instead, you want to click on this direct download text link, and then you should download something called BAT to EXE converter.zip, and then you want to extract that onto your system. In my case, I just put it on my desktop, and then we're going to open it up. And you'll see there's a 32-bit and a 64-bit version. Now the interesting thing is, my computer is a 64-bit computer, but when I tried to use a 64-bit version to create my batch file, or my executable file, it failed every single time. But when I used the 32-bit version, it worked flawlessly. So you may need to do a trial and error thing on your end to find out what works for you. So I'm going to go into the 32-bit and click on the converter application. And then we're going to go up here to where it says batch file, and we're just going to navigate to the location of the batch file we created, which is in wherever your portable device drive is. And it automatically fills in the save as. It's going to save as an executable version of the batch file. And you just come down here and click compile. And that's it, as simple as that. And then when you go back to the contents of your flash drive, you'll see that application. Now I should note here, depending on what virus software you have, it may ping as a false positive. I have Avast, and it's kind of intermittent. Sometimes it pings as a false positive, sometimes it doesn't. So just be aware of that, and don't freak out if your virus software goes off on it. So let's go ahead and test it. Double click on the application. You see it says enter password, and then we'll enter the password 123, and there you go. It kicks me right into the wallets folder, and there's my wallet backup. And then, you know, it's very easy in the future. You know, if you download a new Altcoin folder, all you got to do is open up your flash drive, enter the password, and you can drag your backup in. And when you close out that window, it'll automatically be in that password protected folder. So it's just an extra measure of security to keep those wallet data files safe. So hopefully you found this video to be useful. Drop me a line, let me know what you think. I will catch you all on the flip side. Talk to you later.